Dear Mr. Daggett, today Peter and I drive back to the city. In our absence, please negotiate a final settlement with the mole. We will concede all territory from the driveway to the garage and trust this meets with his satisfaction. We have acted in good faith. We coped with his repeated tunneling despite the injunction. We coped with his refusal to schedule daytime meetings. We rose at midnight with flashlights for conferences, during which he hid behind a bush and spoke through intermediaries. I understand. I know he must live and work in isolation, and I know he cannot cease his digging, for his claws are godly spades, and dirt his pleasing material. And he knows his dirt contains nutrients, i.e. organic matter, for his art, shredded entrails, tears, scraps of fur on bone, broken teeth, and spit. He knows his dirt remains malleable and should not be confused with filth. And in dirt he can freely breathe and reoxygenate his air. In dirt the Holy Ghost blows through him, and behind him as he digs he creates mounds. And many are the mounds he has built for the glory of his God. And he is grateful for the velvety fur in which he slides through his tunnel. And his objection to fracking is 100% pragmatic. For he is an earthworks artist in the ancient style and tradition of his clan, vain only in the matter of his tail. And he will twist his neck backward to admire it. For he is furious in his concentration. For his craft he knows is essential for the earth to revolve around the sun. And when he works in one-pointed samadhi, he neither eats nor sleeps. Thank you. So in the Adirondacks, there are a lot of black bears. And, excuse me. Being from Wisconsin, I don't romanticize bears, and my fervent hope is that I never surprise one in the woods. And the Adirondack Explorer in the fall-winter issue of 2014 had some good advice. Speak a normal tone so you sound human if a black bear approaches. What you say doesn't matter, don't speak. If a black bear approaches, greetings, O gigantic, O big-tongued, slightly slobbering teddy sniffing the air. Luscious hives, I hear, cluster 20 miles yonder east over Clement Mountain. Why not go? Why not go now? Why not go forth to the honey? And why not, as you journey, ponder the vital point? Why did the bear go over the mountain? What did he hope to find? What generous spirit whispered restlessness into his ear? Why not, like him, pursue the so-called big story? Why not scratch your back on the hard questions? Why not aspire to roll around bellowing in the thing in itself, that ding on seat, as if in clover? Oh, most impressive Baloo, through your heart pumps the ancient blood of giants who once loved the children of men. See me not as tasty flesh, but as your Beatrice, lamplighter for your quest. See me as the trembling finger pointing to your moon. Go, turn your head to the sky. Go forth, my splendid plus-size Paddington. Go now. Eastward ho to the honey. Well, this poem is called Frog Laureate. There is, I believe, a New York State Poet Laureate, and so someone else has that title, but I've given myself the title of Frog Laureate. I am the new Frog Laureate of the Empire State, perched on a cushion at the right hand of the governor. Diamonds sparkling in my ears, I wear a ruby crown. I sing a song so strong it rivals Niagara's electrifying roar, saving millions for Albany. A song so strong it floats over the great cities, startles warring gangs to a handshaking halt. But first I need to sing the leveling song, People, You Are Broke. You believed in bubbles, the effervescence of greed. You believed the worm who whispered, I turned shit to gold. You believed the slugs who assured you they could chew through 70 tons of junk bonds in a day, and now, Sure, the shoguns of real estate and human resources will soon request your swords. Sure, algorithms sweeping the data clouds will soon replace you. Sure, you will soon shiver in caves near the Canadian border, holding flickering flashlights over your old scout manuals, batteries low, no cash to buy more. You rue your ridicule of late AM radio pundits who proclaim the start of the Illuminati apocalypse, promoted hoarding of freeze-dried survival rations, recipes for do-it-yourself disaster Novocaine. Now they seem quite sane. Listen up. It's time to be very tired of stupid. Stupid in the streets, stupid to see. It is time to borrow blunderbusses from the Fort Ticonderoga Museum. Blast all the stupid into the sky with your explosive wisdom. It is time to borrow the 3-star belt of Orion and leave your hesitation as collateral. It is time to whistle up for the wind ponies, ride into the valley where you will lie, face up to the wind and sun and clouds for a year and a day, and brown grass and stalks, and then rise, shouting, ah, 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 primordial mantra of fearlessness, and then sing, the old order of things is passing away. Just as old John of Patmos sang, dancing, naked on his rock, shivering in the sea breeze, flipping the bird at Rome. The last poem I'm going to read is called Bark Eater. Being in the Adirondacks, I've been curious about the origin of the word Adirondack, and it turned out that it comes from some derivation, perhaps, of what the Mohawks called the Algonquins. They called them bark eaters. Bark eater. Yes, a snooty Mohawk word for a bumpkin. A yokel lacking the smarts and gumption to hunt. But I say a bark eater is someone who makes do. Consider this, someone hungry, a traveler in the middle of a hard journey, who, as the pale winter sun goes down, sees only tree and snow and sticks, but does not lose her cool. A bark eater is someone who refuses to starve. Without hesitation, a bark eater sharpens the knife, slices a white pine, and roasts the bark like a banquet of bear steak. This meal of barren tree is hardly a tale told by an idiot. She is more than pleased to call it feast. Lisa, my mother used to say, you are always someone who lands on your feet. A bark eater toasts the dog star, asking his protection, and thus survives yet another frozen night without tears. She knows she can cry all she wants in the spring. Lisa, my father used to say, just play the cards you're dealt. Before dawn, a bark eater sees the morning star. She spits into the wind, a prayer of water and air. She doesn't need a compass. She knows she's walking north. She's traveling light. Thank you.